Hey everyone, welcome back to GIS Gallery. In today's tutorial, I'll show you how to create NDVI in ArcGIS Pro using a shortcut method and the Raster Calculator. Plus, we'll explore other important vegetation indices for remote sensing analysis. If you're passionate about GIS and remote sensing, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll be uploading a series on ArcGIS Pro, Python for GIS, and GIS programming, so stay tuned for more exciting content. Now, let's get started.
So the band combination for the visual or the true color composite is band 432, right? Band 4, 3 and 2. Yeah. So 432 is the band combination for your true color composite. Okay. So there's actually three ways how you can create your raster index. Okay. So in ArcMap, I think there was only one way. But in ArcGIS, they had already created some templates which by using which you can actually create uh, raster indices from a composite image. Okay, so if you select your image and if you go to Imagery, we have some options here, right? So if you go over these kinds of area, we have option here called raster functions. Okay, so if you click on raster functions, you will have some raster functions already pre-populated in here. You will have your NDVI also in here. Okay, so if you go over here, you can see we have NDVI. Okay, maybe you can also search on it. Okay, if you just click on NDVI, you only need to select the bands here. So it's asking for visible band ID and infrared band ID, right? So which is your visible band ID? Right? So
Band 4, right?
yeah, band 4. Because visible band is red color, right? So it's band 4. And infrared band ID will be your band 5. Okay, so you have to load your image, set these bands, right? And maybe if you want to select any color map, you can do, or you can just set the normal color map, right? So we have NDVA 1, 2, 3. So we have some default color map available here, and we can click on create new layer. Okay, so this one also will create a NDVI image using what? Using the default kind of thing from NDVI here. Okay, and the next method that you have is in the same imagery ribbon, we'll have an option here called Indices. Okay, so this will only open up if you actually select your image in your contents. Okay, so if you select your image, this one will these options will be enabled. Okay, and if you click on indices in here, we'll have different indices already pre-populated. You have NDVI, we have savvy, we have T savvy, M savvy, PPI. So different kinds of indices, right? It's already given here. So all these two options can be only done using your composite image. Okay. So if you click on NDVI, it's asking for the same thing. It's asking for near infrared band index and red band index. So your near infrared will be band 5, red band will be band 4. And click OK. It will actually create a NDVI image. Okay. And the difference here is that the like thing is like these two for doing the raster function and for doing the index also you will need your composite image. Okay, so these two processes we can only be done using your composite image. So you need the bands loaded on a composite image. Okay, so those are two methods where how you can do your band composite. But then you have to understand that these two you can only do whatever the indices that are given here, right? So what if you needed to do some another index which is not added here, right? So you'll have to do your good old raster calculator tool. Okay, so we'll be going to that next. So from all these tools, if you have the composite data or for all these indices, if you have your composite data already, you can create on it, right? If not, we'll have to go over to a good old raster calculator, right? So we only need this for the raster calculator. So make sure what is the equation for creating raster NDVI NAR minus RUD divided by NAR plus RUD. Okay. So we'll need two bands, which is an air band and red band. For that, I'll just first add these two data. Okay, so I'll just go over to my add data, and I'll first add my in this. So I'll first add my different bands here. So I'll go to raster language and I'll just add my band 4 and band 5. Okay, so I have my band 4 and band 5 added here. Now for using this image, I'll be creating my NDVI raster index. Okay, for that we'll just go to view and open up our geoprocessing tools, and we'll just search for raster calculator. Okay, so we have a raster calculator. Click on raster calculator tool, and then here is where we'll be doing our processing, right? So we'll need to set up our equation here, right? So we have our rasters, right? We have the rasters in our contents here, and we have different tools. So what are we have plus, minus, star, divide, equal to. We have all the different tools here. Okay. So using this, we'll be creating our image, right? So what is the equation? We have NIR band, right? So we come over here, we can see NIR minus red divided by NIR plus red. Okay. So we'll be having NIR. So NIR is band 5. I'll just do band 5, and then my equation is band 5 minus band 4, band red, right? Minus band 4. So the numerator is done. Maybe I can just add them inside a bracket, so it's not much confusing. Okay. So my numerator is done, and my denominator is divided by band 5 plus band 4. Okay. So divided by, we have our slash here, divided by band 5 plus band 4. So double click on band 5. Has it been added? Band 5. No, no, it's plus, right? Band 5 plus band 4 bracket close. Okay. And another thing that you need to understand is, so these two, all the pixel values will be in integer. Okay. So if we do the division here, our output will also be in integers. Okay. But we actually want our accurate float decimal digits, right? So for example, if for normally if we divide 3 by 2, our answer will be 1.5. Okay, but if we are doing the integer division, okay, so integer division of we doing 3 by 2, we'll have the answer 1. Okay, that's what integer division does. So integer division is division of two integers will be giving an integer value. So 3 by 2 will be having giving out the value 1, but it's not actually accurate. Accurate value will be 1.5. So it needs the decimal digits, right? So for doing the decimal digit, for doing the decimal division, we need to have decimal values. Okay. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to convert the numerator and denominator into actual decimal digits, that is some floating values. For that, we'll need to, if we go to our functions, we'll have an option here called float. Okay. So I have the float here. Inside this float, I'll be giving my band 5 minus band 4. Okay. I have band 5 minus band 4. That's given as the first float. And for the denominator also, I'll need another float. Okay. Alright. So I have float of band 5 minus band 4 divided by float of band 5 plus band 4. So what does this float do? It converts the denominator to a decimal value, same as your numerator. So if you have both your numerator and denominator convert to float value or decimal value, then what the division will be done is your decimal division, and then you will get the most accurate value. Okay. So after your equation is done, what you can do is you can give out your output. Okay, so where you want to save your output. So if the name and all is done, you can just click on run, and then it will actually do the processing, right? It will convert or it will subtract band 5, band 4 from band 5, and then convert it to a decimal, and then it will like add band 5 plus band 4, convert it into a decimal, and then actually do the division. Okay, and you can see it's been completed. Okay, and you can see the actual NDVI value here. Okay, so this is your NDVI image. Okay, you can see. So the values are ranged from minus 0.4 to 0.6, right? It's actually in the range of your NDVI, right? So NDVI will value from minus 1 to plus 1, and this value also agrees according to that. So its value, so pixel values are ranging from minus 0.4 to plus 0.6. Okay, so you can see. So that's the values here. So the dark higher values will be really good vegetation, and the darker values will be really bad vegetation or like no vegetation at all. Okay, so maybe if you want to change the symbology of this, you can do that one also. Okay, so the stretching, instead of stretching, I can do maybe the classify, right? I can give something like 4 classes. So maybe I'll do 4 classes, then I can set the value, so less than 0, right? All the values that is less than 0, I can give, the color of blue. So wherever the values are less than 0, it means that those pixels will be representing water body, right? And really positive values will be representing your healthy vegetation. Okay, so maybe I can give a value of uh, zero point 0.3, right? 0.3 to the positive value. It's like what to say, it will be really healthy vegetation. So maybe I can just give a color of like dark green here, and then something like 0.3 to less than value will be like less vegetation, and something like 0.1, right, to something like barren land or something. So I'll just give the color this one for barren land. Now if I'm going over here, yeah, it's mostly accurate, right? So if you, right, I'll just compare it with my composite imagery. So raster layer, and I'll just swipe it over here. Yeah, it's mostly accurate, right? So if you see over here, you have really healthy thick vegetation given by this dark green color, right? You have really low vegetation which is given by this light green color, and then we have your water bodies which is given by this blue colors, blue pixels, right? So blue pixels represent your this kind of data, and then the really low values, it's representing your barren lands, right? It's representing your barren lands. Yeah, so this is how you actually create a NDVI image, right? So really high values will be representing healthy vegetation, and really low values will be representing water bodies and barren lands. Okay, so that will be your output of a NDVI raster index. Similarly, if you want, you guys can explore on other indices. Okay, so you can explore on NDSI, MNDVI. So we have different kind of indices. So just one that we saw was one of the vegetation index, that is NDVI. Okay, so we have different kinds of vegetation indices here, right? So we have vary and all those things. So we have different water indices. We have different geology indices we have, right? So we have different landscape indices. We have that as a biome area index, right? So what is it, identify the areas affected by fire, right? So burn area index identifies the areas affected by fire, and we have NDBI, which is normalized different built-up index. So what does it do? It emphasizes man-made built-up areas, right? So vegetation indices will be representing, emphasizing vegetation areas. So built-up index will be representing or emphasizing man-made built-up areas. So we have different kinds of indices here, right? So this will be the formula for finding NDBI. So we have different kinds of vegetation indices already available, right?